Welcome to the Morning Update. I'm Erin Ramsey. The Democrats have introduced a resolution to the US House of Representatives containing a single article of impeachment against Donald Trump. The outgoing president is being charged with incitement of insurrection for his role in the attack on the Capitol last week. He is accused of making statements to a rally of his supporters that encouraged a foreseeable result. If convicted, Mr. Trump may be prevented from running again for the presidency or ever holding any public office. The new Victorian online permit system is finally up and running. The so-called traffic light system moves regional New South Wales from red to orange, allowing Victorians stranded in those areas to return home. Greater Sydney and Brisbane are in the red zone, preventing any travel into Victoria. Premier Daniel Andrews says there'll be severe consequences for those trying to buck the system.
If you turn up here without a permit, or if you've not bothered to apply for one, or if you were rejected and then turned up, then you face that $5,000 fine.
Western Australian Premier Mark McGowan is targeting Gladys Berejiklian for trying to suppress rather than eliminate COVID-19.
The states and territories that want to eliminate the virus, I think, have the right approach. The idea that you tick along with the virus and somehow that is a better model is wrong.
Mr. McGowan has taken issue with the New South Wales Premier for trying to find a balance in keeping the state open and operating while limiting the community spread of the virus when an outbreak occurs. The UK is considering a further tightening of restrictions, and their vaccination program is being accelerated as the country reaches its worst point since the pandemic began. Britain's hospitals are in serious danger of being overwhelmed, with 30,000 COVID patients currently being treated. The body of an Australian man has been found on a beach in Bali. The 50-year-old has been living in Indonesia for most of the past decade after moving there from Perth. And new data shows a major surge in retail trade as the Australian economy continues to recover from the COVID-19 downturn. The Bureau of Statistics figures show retail trade increased by more than 7% in November. To sport, the Indian and Australian cricket teams fly out for Brisbane today ahead of the fourth cricket test starting at the Gabba on Friday. Meanwhile, impressive newcomer Will Pucovski has been sent for scans after hurting his shoulder. Steve Smith was also named man of the match after the SCG test ended in a draw. And in the Big Bash, the Adelaide Strikers have claimed a 5-wicket win over the Melbourne Stars. The Perth Scorchers play the Hobart Hurricanes tonight. In entertainment news, and Sarah Jessica Parker has responded to a fan's comment on the absence of Kim Cattrall in the Sex and the City reboot. A sneak peek of the limited series, and Just Like That, was dropped yesterday, with it confirmed Parker will return along with Cynthia Nixon and Kristen Davis. Fans commented they would miss Cattrall, who is not returning as Samantha, likely due to an ongoing feud. Parker replied with, "We will too. We love her so." Sir Richard Branson has lost his mother to COVID-19 at the age of 96. The business magnate shared the sad news via Twitter, saying his mother Eve managed to fight off the virus but had expended all of her energy in the process. And Chrissy Teigen has popped out to the grocery store sporting a new look, purple hair. It's only temporary though, the star telling her 33.7 million Instagram followers that it's just a wig. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcasts team. We'll see you this afternoon for another episode of The Update.